Seller Network, man. Thursday nights, man. The 6 o'clock traffic jam was super dope. I had to give you that Michael Jackson because we got the young phenom in the building tonight. Young Javier's in the building tonight. Round of applause.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Yes, sir. Brooklyn.
Javier got that Brooklyn energy.
Yeah, he got it. And let me tell you, like for me as a DJ, doing the showcase, it was a phenomenal showcase. Big shout out to all the artists that performed. Big shout out to all the artists that performed. And also everybody that came out, because there was a lot of people that was actually there that came out to see the performance. Some of the people performed and then they left for whatever reason they had to leave. I understand. But at the same time, it was a lot of performances that people may have seen or didn't see. This was one of the phenomenal performances I did get a chance to see. And Javier was super dope, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. Just your energy alone on the stage, it made me have to take off my hat. And you know when DJ Strategy's in the booth and I take off my hat and my glasses and I do like this, that means I'm working. You know that means I'm working. Yeah. So that's my stylist. Big shout out to Kalia Clark. She used to always tell me, when I used to DJ, like, Strategy, where's your rag? Like, you sweating it, where's your rag? But that was definitely a performance to sweat for, Javier. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people so they know who you are.
What's good, y'all? I am Javier Gooden. I'm 16 years old. I am a performing artist. I'm a singer, actor, dancer, songwriter, and designer. My new mixtape, Young Kings with Crowns, Volume 1, is out now on SoundCloud. Volume 2 on the way soon. You already know what it is.
Nice. And it is so easy. It even more easier to do the interview, more easier to do the performance. As soon as your mom, Michelle, came up to the booth, she handed me the flash drive. And she said, Strategy, is it okay if I stay in the booth and show you which songs were which for the actual performance? That energy alone right there to let me know that your mom's is right there behind your back. And me and Ava, we talk about this sometimes because her son is also in the music industry. He's trying to get himself discovered as well. So tonight was a great night for you to be here for the young phenoms, the young teenagers that are out there that are trying to be successful in the music industry. There is a path for you. Sometimes you're going to have to take your own path, but the glory of your situation is you have your mom and your dad both here in your corner. And that to me was dope. Now, actually, Michelle passes me the drive, right? Now, all DJs, y'all know that when you get a flash drive, you have to plug it into your system. But for me, fortunately, they already had the TV tracks and everything loaded, already queued and everything. I didn't have to, when I plugged in your flash drive, I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was cue the song, tap on the magic button, and it was ready to go. And the performance, with me and Ava both, because you came in humble, like you were super humble. You introduced yourself to everybody. At 16 years old, you was working the room like a small musician, like you had it already wrapped in your mind. And that confidence, it came across in your performance. So I want to applaud you on that performance.
Thank you so much.
I want to applaud you on your demeanor, your stage presence, everything. That was dope. You're having your tracks ready. Every component that we needed to see you in that showcase was displayed that evening.
Thank you so much. Professionalism is key. Yes, that's something that we stand on.
So from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Well, kind of, sort of, right?
My culture and my household is based in Brooklyn, so I identify with Brooklyn. I lived out here pretty much all of my life, I believe, but since 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
But Brooklyn is my home and forever will be my home.
And of Panamanian descent, is that true? You got a little bit of Panamanian in you?
Panamanian descent from my father and Bayesian descent from my mother.
Nice. So a nice mixture, good mixture. So you get good food at home, huh? Yeah. You get good food.
Especially from my grandmother.
I'm greedy, so I'm going to ask you about the food first. I'm always going to ask you about the food. And that Bayesian food and that Panamanian food, that's what I always tell my friends. Like, I had a good friend named Roberto. I was just telling your pops that. And they had the plastic covering on the couch in the house.
Yo.
And you had to sit on the plastic cover. But you knew you was going to get a good meal if you had a good friend, named Roberto. And so you already knew you was going to get it. But great meal in the house. So coming up, starting out as an actor, that was your first passion, like poetry and acting? Was that your first passion coming through the ranks, or you wanted to be a star from day one? Like,
Honestly, I believe that acting was my first
Mhm.
rankings because I've been a performing artist since I was 4 years old. So, and acting was one of the first things I started doing. Singing and rapping came later, especially rapping. Rapping came around like maybe 2019.
Mhm.
In 2018, I started actually writing rhymes that maybe I can do, but I never started recording it. It was around 2019, 2020 that I really started to like immerse myself within hip hop culture. R&B definitely for most of my life because my mom was definitely the one that was introducing me
See, we got a lot of stuff in common because see, not only do you like the Waffle House, but you cool with your moms. See, we got stuff in common.
Yeah.
My mom's was the one who kind of like my mom, she tricked me. She didn't do like probably Michelle. Michelle probably got you the same way, but she tricked you on playing the records. You knew all the records she wanted to hear. Did they pay you to dance too?
When it came to dancing, that was something that I did on
No,
my
I'm saying
own.
the house, but when Auntie and them come over to the house, the barbecues and all that stuff, you was the dancer.
Oh, do that little dance that you did earlier today. Do that for your auntie. it wasn't like that for me. For me, like I said, when I was acting first ever since I was 4 years old, doing monologues. But when it came to dancing,
Michael Jackson, definitely.
Michael Jackson.
Right? Yep. See, that's why
when I saw that man,
that's why I had to play that Jackson 5. I did that for you, Javi. I don't know if you knew that I was playing the Jackson 5.
I didn't even know
that.
You,
we got a bond going. The Waffle House, Michael Jackson, acting and everything like that. I want to see. I wanted to see because inside your bio it talks about how you did some plays. I want to actually see your thespianism. I want to see you act. So I'm glad she's that plug when it comes to acting and magazines and models and stuff like that. So that's why I keep her real close because you never know. You never know when we could get something going on. So
it's good to have those connections.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Especially in this industry today, it's always good to have connections.
Yeah. So I would love to see that. But let's go back to your performance. What made you decide? Is that because I know back in the days when we used to have what we called a sound dat or show dat. When you prepared that, did you prepare it in that fashion, like for like a show dat? Because you come out to Run DMC, like that is super dope. Like your dad, I'm just like, because I want to know who's the DJ in the family. That's the next part.
That's my father right there. My father's been a DJ since 16. And my father's been in the industry working it. There's still so many stories about my father that I don't know to this day that he's now telling.
We got to interview him one of these days.
Definitely. You got to interview my dad.
Get him on the ones and twos. So we got to get him on the ones and twos also.
Yeah, but when
interview with him and get him up here on the turntables. But just hearing the sound of the music, and I guess TP, we always say this all the time, but it ain't where you from, it's where you at. And you could tell by just the performance aspect of what you was doing, it sounds so Brooklyn. It sounds so Brooklyn. It's almost like when you listen to I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about.
I mean, for me, it was like, I know that I'm from Brooklyn, and I always identify with that, and I don't have to prove that to anybody else. But I know that a couple of people growing up used to say, "Oh, you ain't from Brooklyn. You was out here in Pennsylvania. You from the suburbs." So I never wanted.
And that's all right too, Javi. That's all right.
It's all right, but I never wanted to try and like prove anything. But I wanted to let you know that in my music, whether I'm singing, whether I'm rapping, how I carry myself, even outside of my music, there's no question about it. He may live here in Pennsylvania, but he is from Brooklyn.
But that dual citizenship, I think, is dope because it gives you a level of eclecticness where you can reach out to different audiences. By you being from the Poconos, or by you being in PA, you can reach out to that audience as far as performance-wise, and then you can reach out to the Brooklyn performance-wise. Because I'm gonna break. Swag is like that to me. Swag is like a song that, because of the beat structure of the song, the way the beat structure is so complicated. Like, and then the way you flow over it is super. It's like dope. To come from a 16-year-old kid, like, where did you get this stuff from? Who were some of your influences as a rapper?
My influences as a rapper, I would definitely have to say, because it changed. I think fairly recently, but most of it's the same thing. I believe that my influences are Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Tyler the Creator, Logic, and Jaden Smith. Definitely, those are my
Nice.
core people when it comes towards rapping.
Yeah, Jaden. When Jaden did that, when Jaden did the,
It was Sire and Iris. Those were the two albums for him that I messed with heavily.
That one single that he had,
Icon.
Icon.
Listen,
Icon.
That was a whole movement.
Yes, it had an energy to it that when you turn that song on, when I play that song in the midst of crowds and stuff like that, the reaction for that song is like phenomenal. I think I want to put you kind of in that category, Javier, if you don't mind tonight. I'm gonna put you in the icon category tonight as our winner and as our successful winner for the Rock the Mic Showcase. This a future icon in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, on UTSL Network. I want to get into curriculum first. If you want to, you can go ahead and introduce it, but if we just let the music speak for itself.
Let's let the music speak for itself.
Yes,
let them know.
Definitely. And tonight, man, a featured song right here from our Rock the Mic Showcase winner, grand prize winner, Javier tonight. The first single we're going to do tonight is a world premiere on UTSL Network. You never heard this joint ever broadcasted live in the Poconos. You probably did, but I'm going to say you didn't anyway. How about that?
No, it's not.
How about that? Even if they did, I'm going to say that it's an exclusive. I'm going to say that it's an exclusive. Yes. Let's get into it. This joint right here from Young Javier, Young Phenom, in the building tonight, UTSL Network. We call this joint Curriculum. Let's get into it.
Yes, my flow sinister. Preaching fast to these haters, might as well call me a minister. Illest kid to ever do it, brother, I bet you differ. Cause when they see me, they gonna forget you even existed. See me magic designer and running nothing you can't define. Spectacularly, just mentally know the love about me. Keep my circle smoking like just anybody round me. Real hip hop that I'm speaking, got you feeling nostalgic. I'm saying hip hop is dead, but I know it's not a fact. And if it is my brother and sister, I'm here to bring it back. And original, I'm not your typical, don't call me whack. Better step back, homie, I don't think that you want that. Said I get yes, my flow sinister. Preaching fast to these haters, might as well yes, my flow sinister. Preaching fast to these haters, might as well call me a minister. Illest kid to ever do it, brother, I bet you different. Cause when they see me, they gonna forget you even existed. See me magic designer and running nothing you can't define. Spitty designer and running nothing you can't define. Spitty designer and nothing you can't define. Spectacularly, just mentally know the love about me. Keep my circle smoking like it's anybody but it's real hip hop that is feeling and you feeling nostalgia. Yes, my flow sinister. Preaching fast to these haters, might as well call me a minister. Illest kid to ever do it, brother, I bet you differ. Cause when they see me, they gonna forget you even existed. See me magic designer and running nothing you can't define. Spectacularly, just mentally know the love about me. Keep my circle smoking like it's anybody round me. Real hip hop that is feeling and you feeling nostalgia. I'm saying hip hop is dead, but I know it's not a fact. And if it is my brother and sister, I'm here to bring it back. And original, I'm not your typical, don't call me whack. Better step back, homie, I don't think that you want that. Said I'm killing them and damn well enough. Aromatic in my veins, they ain't on my level yet. Starting this hill while I'm young, so I know I'll be a vet. I'm not here using all these texts, but I'm just using the pen. Think about that. Don't keep the flow what you really thought it was. It's just so hard to get back to the ectoplasm reticulum. Getting greater and better, that's my only curriculum. Getting greater and better, that's my only curriculum. Keep a high to the sky, yo, we only going up. Ain't you so hard to go back to your ectoplasm reticulum. Getting greater and better, that's my only curriculum. Getting greater and better, that's my only curriculum.
See the face? Do you see the face? The facial expression. Do you see the facial expression? This is only when you eating good food or you listening to good music. Michelle, what did I tell you? The facial expression. When you see DJ Strategy make that face right there, it's funky enough. That just put me in a whole vibe. I was just riding on the 4 train and I was on my way to Remsen and Empire, listening to the DOC. That's what that song puts mine up.
Okay.
That's what that song puts me in the mind of. And the flow. Remember the formula. Look, hold on. I'm gonna show you real quick what I'm talking about, Javi. Show you what I'm talking about.
I gotta say, it's very impressive.
Yes,
Absolutely.
the flow, right?
I love music that you
Impressive.
gotta listen to.
Right?
Like you gotta run it back a couple times and really take everything in. That's what I get from that.
You remember what I was saying before about painting the picture?
Yeah.
You know,
Like I was
it
just,
gotta be a movie.
I was really
Yeah.
just on the train. I was really just on the train. I just zoomed out. This is the joint I'm talking about right here. Javi. Check it.
Energy, full with the wisdom, sense of a rich man, knowledge and the rhythm. This is what I'm using.
Almost the same BPM too, but at a
I'll
92
interact
instead of your
altogether
95.
better with the crowd.
Watch the
Nervous
lyrics.
for a second and the record starts spinning and I fall into the state of mind of what I've just created. Pumping like the doctor, D into the RE suckers ready to leap up on the tip when we made it. Created so I'll never be regarded as a regular, more than just a little bit better than my competitor. You should never underestimate the fashion. I hope for the stage whether I'm cool.
See how you pull out and pull in like you do? You see how you do it? Javi?
There you go.
Read E equals a D-O to the C. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals an artist I won't be born. What is that, Dre?
Produced by Dr. Dre too. Produced by Dr. Dre. I got more of that for you later. But just hearing curriculum, it kind of puts you in that mind. Very, very, very incredible dexterity with the lyrics and all of that. So Roberto, did you grow up around Steady B and not Steady B, Stetsasonic, Daddy O and them?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I knew
12
that.
inches, go stats, all of that.
I knew that. I kind of knew that because it got the beat machine and everything in there. So now you start rapping. You're 16, what, 14, 15? 16? 13?
Started rapping.
Sheesh. So you doing your homework first or you doing your rap? Which one you doing? Because I did my raps first. I'm being honest.
I was doing them both at the same
Nice,
time
nice.
when I wasn't supposed to be. Because
Nice.
I'm supposed to be doing my homework and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna answer 10 questions of this test right now.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put down these bars to go back to the test and hopefully I don't fail it. But because music was important to me, especially with this new genre that I always knew of, but I was starting to get into doing it myself.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to mess that up and I didn't want to play with that. So I really wanted to embody that and especially bring my own style and flair to it. So whenever I had an idea, I always tell my mom this: whenever I have an idea, I have to write it down immediately.
Yeah,
I cannot
absolutely.
wait.
Yes, that's fine. Have you ever seen that movie, The Five Heartbeats? And
Heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
That's when actually one of the actors, he's writing a song. He's every time you got to write a song, he's writing the lyrics, and he's looking in the drawer, Javi, for the lyrics. He got part of the song here. He got a part of the song in his back pocket. And it's good to keep those notes and keep writing things down because sometimes you may have to go back to that. And in your performances and stuff like that. That's how some of the artists that are famous nowadays, they're able to do their lyrics because they always have them written down somewhere. And when you get older, as you get older, you'll notice that, even though your performance and your show is always going to be the same, you'll still have your lyrics on cap, and even that way you can go through skits. You can use a 16 from one song and match it with another 16 from another song, match with another 16 from another song.
That's exactly what I do.
Mhm.
Because sometimes if I feel like, okay, these bars that I have here, this whole 16 that I have here,
Mhm.
I know it can work for this.
Mhm.
But not all the time do I feel like that's something that can work for it,
Mhm.
should work for it.
Because you actually are doing music that goes further than 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Like,
Now I can do that
no,
because that's
no,
not.
no.
Okay.
But I'm saying
I shouldn't do that, but
no,
I can do that
No,
because
but
that's
I'm
what
saying because
artists know.
it's 3 verses. It's structurally correct. Musically, it's structurally correct. But I'm saying that your music now it's interesting enough to keep us or to keep our attention
Exactly
for 3 minutes and
to
59 seconds.
make you want more. So
Right.
of course I do songs where sometimes it's even 4 minutes, but mainly it's 3 minutes.
Right.
But sometimes I'll do what this generation does now, 1 minute 50-second song, 2 minute song, just because I know that it's good enough that I'll leave them wanting more. So they'll go back.
But let
and
me
see
tell
what I
you
did.
something. A good song you can do for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
And Roberto, you know that back in the days,
Flashlight,
you put 15 minutes,
not
right?
just knee deep,
That's right.
good time.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're right.
That's right. That's right.
15-minute songs, and if you was a dancer, which I see you got some moves too. If you were a dancer,
Working on it. But yeah, I got
if-
some moves.
Yeah, if you was a dancer, you wanted songs like those to play into their entirety so that you could dance with that fine girl from down the block. See, most of the time people forget that music was used for that particular reason. we guys,
That's because
right?
today's music is
Is
disposable.
a little bit different.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? What we
A little bit
made
different.
was we made
lifelong and
lifelong
long-lasting. Yes.
legacy records.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. That you can still play to this day, and that you can mix and match with sounds from today. So I just wanted to commend you on that. Curriculum is super dope. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna keep this in the deck and I'm gonna play that. We're gonna get into the next song. Young Javier Gooden is here. Y'all, please round of applause for him in the studio, please. Young Phenom, our grand prize winner for the Rock the Mic Showcase. Big shout out to him, man. Thank you. We're gonna get into the next single. The next joint is called Afraid. And this was a joint that kind of give you the goosebumps in the booth. It's the goosebumps joint right here because it tells another story. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Can I say world premiere? Another one? Because the EP is coming soon, right? The EP. Tell them the name of the EP real quick.
The EP called Young Kings Royal Crowns Volume 1.
Volume 1. Yes, coming.
Audio Mac
That's already out on all Audio Mac. Where else?
Audio Mac and SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Good.
Right.
Gotcha.
You're about to play something that's going to be on the next one. We're working
Nice.
on that.
Oh, so this is an exclusive. This is
An
another
exclusive. Sneak peek.
World premiere. Another exclusive right here from Young Javier Gooden. Let's get into it. The joint is called Afraid.
We all have fear. That's something that can never change. But I never thought in my life that I would have fear about the people that's supposed to protect me. If I'm only leaving people that I trust. Now I don't know who I can trust. Every day I live my life with faith. What greatness really can be, really just isn't for me. But immaculate tragic, I tell her rather be happiness. Coincidentally, society making me feel so sick. We just add up to the talent.
Ain't nothing. All he had to do was jump on the mic. His mic was hot.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready to go though.
That's all he had to do, you know.
We all have fear.
That'd be dope. That's dope right there. Yeah.
Live world premiere.
And I would have fear about the people that's supposed to protect me. If I'm only leaving
People that I trust. All
that.
done it for me. Now I don't know who I can trust.
Every day I live my life with faith. In practice, me pivot, brother, I am a legend. This honestly that I'm doing anything. This my profession. I'm teaching my brother and sisters what greatness really. This for my family, anything that's an exceptional really just isn't for me. Letting the beat take control, y'all feeling my flow. Immaculate tragic, I tell them rather be happening. Same rhyme, same time, no coincidentally. All this mumble rap ish, that's why they hating on me. I'm something other than what the trans want me to be. Society making me feel so sick. Before we used to move with somebody was put this, he take away from my family. Now we just add them to the tally. Hoping we get bingo, cause you know this life around here. Wake up expecting it to be my last. I never regret. I'm pretty sure Trayvon never did, but they still got him in the corner. Now I'm always afraid. Don't take me away just yet. I just wanna live. I have so much more to give. No, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 no.
Afraid of dying, knowing my mission wasn't completed. Afraid of dying a week later, the world forget me. Afraid of dying by the same people that live just like me. Afraid of dying by the police supposed to protect me. Afraid of dying with nothing but regret in my heart. Afraid of dying without the chance of righting my wrongs. Afraid of dying, what should it be, man? I wanna live. I try to tell my story, ain't nobody listening. This sort of future, I'm never searching to shake it off. Hallucinations that have come up on the regular. Dreams of realities I know is not existent. Yet I'm still persistent and thinking like it really be this. Afraid of everything, live my life in cause of fear. Afraid of letting down everyone that is brought me here. Ain't just a rapper saying this, I'm looking inside my mind. Crying inside my heart, then my paper certified. Another one on the news, protests will quit, who else we gonna lose? Another one came on, we finna start a riot. Never be quiet, the screen's always outweigh the silence. Another one in the screen, we started to get tired. All the feelings got inspired, no we don't feel inspired. Always expecting another day, I'm new to the pain. While I look over my shoulder, cause I'm always afraid. Always expecting another day, I'm new to the pain. While I look over my shoulder, cause I'm always afraid. Please don't take me away. I had so much, so much to give to you. Please don't be sad for me. I'll be with you no matter where I go. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Moment of silence. Moment of silence for the one that we lost. Moment of silence for the ones that we need to protect. Immobilization is I consider realization that I ain't going back home, but because of my color. Paralyzed when I terrified, cause deep down inside I knew my time would come, just hope to win a deeper meaning. Never caused the problems, I kept the notice, never who funded any games, just represented what my heart is. My brain is distorted, thinking how I could've avoided. We all drowning in this war, by blood instead of water.
Wow.
That was dope. That was dope.
Wow.
Again,
Beautiful.
called Afraid.
That was good stuff. That was good
Wow, that
stuff.
was amazing.
That's dope.
Dope.
And Berto, you did the right thing. You sent the right track. Because in my mind, I visualized that happening.
Wow.
I did.
But you know what?
That's that.
What you just did there shows that you have what it takes.
He is
You
a
know,
superstar.
to be the head
Like,
factor, because most
star.
people can't just jump in like that because impromptu.
I knew he was serious when he stood up.
It's a TV track.
I knew he was
Jump
serious.
on
I
it,
was like,
do
oh
it.
yeah. Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? But what's really impressive, right? As soon as you start playing the track, I knew exactly where the vibe was at, right?
Yeah.
And I looked over at Roberto. He was busy doing something else here. I said, how he know about Marvin Gaye?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
How you know about that? You know what I mean? So I knew it was gonna be dope.
See,
You know what I mean? Because
and I told TP when he came, because he came a little bit late. He came a little bit late, not because he wanted to, but he came a little bit late, and he missed the beginning performance when Javi was on. And I was like, "Yo, TP, you have to see Javi." And then when he told me he had a connection with, the family and everything, I just wanted him to see this. This was the part that I wanted him to see, and he got a chance to see it. Thank you, Berto, for bringing the thank you.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Because TP and you agree with me on this, and we talk about this all the time. It's all right to have the swaggy joints. It's all right to have the flow joints. It's all right to do the drill. But give me this.
But see, what's ironic about it? What did I just come back from that mission?
Right.
What
Give
we
me
were doing,
this.
right?
Give me all of that.
We were trying to introduce those new artists to that old school vibe. Say what you want to say, but we want to change the vibe and focus the direction.
Right. Give me
It's
that.
not what you say, it's how you say it.
That-
Like,
he
this right
just
here,
did
this
that.
is how
He
you
just
say
did
it.
I'll take all of that. If that's the part of the structure of music, different varieties of music, just like a bag of Skittles. But give me this too.
That was dope.
Give me
Your
this. Let me.
storytelling ability,
Yes.
elite.
Yes.
Elite. I can see everything you talk about.
Yes.
Crazy thing is,
Yeah.
I wrote this literally either the night of or the day after I heard The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar, because this is where that track is from. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh no, there has to be an instrumental with this. And lucky enough, these crazy people that make instrumentals the day after, they made it, and I found it, and that night I wrote the entire thing.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
And I had school the next morning at 7:00. So
That's a regimen.
I was
That's
tired,
good.
but
That's
it was
good.
worth it.
That's a good regimen. And you didn't even have to go to ROTC or none of that stuff like I did. You ain't have to go find a switch either, did you? They ain't got switches to PA. You lucky.
No, they got the branches.
They got branches.
They got
right?
branches.
Yeah, but Michelle won't take. That's Michelle. She didn't take none of that. No. But anyway, I just want to commend you on that because I need this. This is the type of stuff that we do need in the industry to transcend sometimes. Sometimes I like to listen to the hard hip hop, the Ice Spice. I like to listen to it because I know I got nieces and nephews, grandkids and stuff like that like to listen to that. But give me this also. Let me be able to listen to rap music coming from that perspective. Let me see that performance.
Let there be an option.
At Unity in the community. Let me see those aspects of hip hop also.
I feel like that's the way, like right now, hip hop is going. Like it's going in that general direction. It seems like it's a new thing. It's like new. Yeah, it's bringing back like that old school vibe too with it, and I love it.
It's a breath of fresh air. For sure.
It really is.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't have a problem. Well, because there are problematic stuff out there that our generation is doing, but I don't have a problem with the drill rap.
Yeah,
or the mega rap. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that if you're gonna do that, have the cool songs, but why you gotta be so vulgar?
Yeah.
See, back in the day, they was making songs about these type of topics, but the way they did it, anyone could sing it. Now it's just nothing but vulgar, and it's just like sometimes you don't even want to hear that. Yeah. So it's hard to listen to music. I've gone days without listening to music because it's like this is all there is out there. If you're gonna actually
see
do
Amy.
Yeah, you got one on your team. Okay.
If you go and sing something, if you go and rap something, you can do that, but just be able to actually say something.
I give you that. I mean, like I said, we always agree because we always agree to disagree in that category because Amy's a little bit younger, so she has a different perspective than me and TP do. But with all being said, I'd rather have. I want both. I want the potty mouth. I want that.
I like both.
You need the versatility of both.
I'm saying include them.
Right. I want the potty mouth. I want that. But give me that too. Let me have that too. Let me be able to have that as an option to listen to. Also, and I think personally, artists should do tracks like that. You want to do a feature track as a performance track, but you want to do a track that sounds as if it's a work of art. That's a painting. That's a canvas. That's
Kendrick influence.
Right. That's artistry. That's artistry. That's how you become a musician. Like I tell people all the time, can I hear this? Let me hear that. Let me hear this. Let me hear that. Yeah, I can play all of those songs, but just for a second, it's going to change the whole trajectory of the party. It's going to change the whole mood of the music if I play exactly what you want me to play when you want me to play it. Because it doesn't go in a sequence with that song. We talk about frequencies, we talk about metronomes, we talk about BPMs, we talk about sound sequences and all of that. These are all of the things that come as components when you're creating that musicianship. And it has to be taken into accountability. But people don't think that because they think you just spinning records. There's an artwork that comes to what we do.
The music sets the tone, it sets the mood.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Right. Like, we're going to take it back. I'm a little older than y'all. Roberto, remember that Strafe song? Set It Off?
Yeah.
Remember they played that?
Of course.
They played Set It Off, and you knew they was going to start fighting. Because the song said Set It Off, and the energy was there. Now, whoever wasn't from Brooklyn, that was in the club in Brooklyn, now you might be talking about screaming Brooklyn all night long, but when you got outside, and you was on the wrong side of the train station, heading to Queens, you know what I mean? Yes. Y'all ain't from Brooklyn, and everybody came and chased you down, right? Yep, you know what I mean? So same thing.
The Warriors is real. It's real. The Warriors was real. Y'all probably just watched the movie, but the Warriors was real. That was definitely real.
Music sets
that was real. I'm telling you, I don't know what y'all. The other day, and TP, the other day, it was so crazy because I literally, I don't know what made me do this, and y'all have to excuse me for this. The other day, I literally was practicing how to put the gem star back.
Really?
I don't know what made me do it, bro. I don't know what made me do it. I just guess I wanted to see if I could still do it. I was showing my wife, and I was showing, you still,
yeah. I never was good at that.
Yeah,
I never was.
Yeah, we had no choice. Yeah. We had no choice because we was coming to Brooklyn to party because from our side of Queens, where I lived out in the Astoria projects, going to Brooklyn, that was almost like forbidden territory, at that time. But we wanted to get involved in that music.
Them Decepticons was real.
The Decepticons was real. It was really real. And
You was taking the G train or J train.
Right, G or the J. That's it. Either way.
And pigging them cats, all them dudes.
Man. Oh, man.
Blazing them.
Let's not go too far back.
Okay.
Right, let's start mentioning names. Poor dudes or fellas, they're probably somewhere where they don't need to be right now, right? But
some of them is in the Poconos though.
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah.
Let's not go too far back.
That's right.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Because everybody don't come here for the same reason. But with that being said, like I just want to commend you on that because I need that also. I commend you on that, Javier. Let's get into swag. We're in the 720 hour. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight, the UTSL Network. Exclusive music tonight from Young Javier, our official Rock the Mic contestant winner. Round of applause for him again for that phenomenal performance. Expression Studios, Miss Esther, Jay, thank y'all for having Javier. And we got more showcases coming, Javier. We got more things that I want to get you involved in performance-wise. I did speak to your moms and your pops about that. The weather is breaking. I know you're about to finish up school, but as we go along into the season and things start happening, don't be surprised if your Uncle Strategy call you. Uncle Strategy. I gotta keep my swag. I gotta keep my swag. So Uncle Strategy, I'll make sure I keep you in the loop. If I'm doing some cooking, maybe I'll bring you over to the crib, something like that, and whatever.
Let me ask you a quick question. Have you heard of Rich P? Rich P, he's one of the new hottest rappers out there right now. Check him out, Rich P, man. He's coming up right now doing his thing, and the reason why I mentioned him here because it was maybe 3 years ago. He said where you sitting at, right? Doing what you doing, and now Google him, Rich P, and you'll see this dude is everywhere. You know what I mean? And he got his humble beginnings just like you did, right here, digital broadcasting circuit, working it, putting in the work, you know what I mean? Because if you don't do the work, there's no reward. And, if you don't invest in yourself, why would anybody else? You know what I mean? So, you're only as good as people you surround yourself with, and put in the work and you're going to get the reward. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in this game since I was 18 years old. You know what I mean? And you got the it factor. I would co-sign you. You know what I mean? You got the it factor, man.
That's a big deal.
It really is. It really is.
All right, so we're going to get into the next thing. The last single from Javier is called Swag. And this joint was like in the performance with Amazing Amy because you didn't make it. She wanted to be there so bad.
I'm glad I get this little exclusive show though. This is better.
Yeah, that you got better, right?
Close and personal.
Right, and then I when I initially heard that we was doing the contest, the reason why I brought Ava in is because Ava is such a great. She's number one. Not only is she a great model, and not only is she like a great mom, and a great actress, but she's also a great dancer. Like she is a phenomenal dancer. Like when you see the party on the party scene, because I do a lot of parties and Ava's usually at some of the parties that I'm at, I would be throwing down. So I wanted her there as one of the judges also, and just to add that extra female feel to the judging booth because I didn't want to make it.
I love music.
Right. Yep. See. So that's why I wanted to invite you as a judge. So we're gonna be bringing you out more. I mean, the more we get things to do, the more we're gonna bring your pretty self out, so we can showcase your talent as well and get everybody used to you. So before we get into the swag single, Ava, can you introduce yourself to the fans so they know exactly who you are, real quick?
Hi, I'm Ava, an actress, model, new published model. I've been since I was 16, and I've been in a few movies. One back in 2000 with Luis Guzman called Table One. I was a paranormal investigator for 3.5 seasons for like 6 years. Yeah, on Fox and CW.
Yeah, that's.
And don't forget you can't forget, and you're from Queens.
Oh, and I'm from Queens.
Yes. She's from Queens.
Nah, for real though, I lived right across the street from 57 when he was just Curtis Jackson.
Nice.
That's New York, you got Brooklyn here, New Yorkers in the house.
That's dope. That's super dope. That's dope. That's dope. Yep. You should have been in before I self-destructed. You should have probably been in that movie. They have my other friend in there. See, I be having friends like that. Sasha Duvall starred in that. She was way shorter than you. You could have did better in that.
Well, I did a Arista Records movie with Alicia Keys called Playing the Game.
Oh, wow.
That was also back in 2000.
Nice. So we got to look forward to some more movies coming from Ava Groves. Also, and your son is into entertainment. Also, he's gonna
he's getting into it. I mean, like he's got to lay some tracks down, but then he's ready. He's ready to start getting out there.
I have so many stuff written down.
Listen. We got a studio right upstairs, and we got a whistle. We're gonna put you underneath the whistle and get you ready. We need more reinforcements like Javier. So that's why I'm glad you're here tonight, so you get an idea of what the industry is looking for.
What I feel like right now is I'm at a level. I'm at his level, so I feel like in a few years he gonna reach ascension. This man's gonna reach ascension. He's gonna be more of himself than he is now.
Yep, that's gonna
like
be dope.
Right now. I had to figure out myself. Like throughout the entire time of me like not posting music or not making music, I had to concentrate on myself. I had to perfect myself. So me seeing him right now, I'm like, he's really found himself. He really knows what he wants to do. And if he wants to go out of that zone to do something else, he has that option to. He can do that anytime he wants because he has that mindset to.
And that's something that growing up, your mom and your dad is going to instill in you to have that capacity of thought. Because when you deal with yourself, like when you sit down, you actually sit down and deal with yourself and know what that means, coming in like. Oh my goodness, that is it's a travel. It's such an expansion of thought that will bring you to a reality that's going to change your reality. See, because you can only change the conditions of yourself when you change the conditions of yourself. That's the only way you can do it. And you can't change nobody else's conditions if you don't want to change your own.
And that's my number. Change.
Yep.
555.
That's it.
MOV. That's my group. That's what I stand
That's
for.
right.
If you don't change for the better, then how are you supposed to change?
And to go along with that, the portal is open. It's 2023. The portal of creativity is open. We already had the paradigm shift with the paradigm shift. We already had everything. We already had that. So 2 + 3 is a 5. We're in a 5 right now. We're in the age of Aquarius. So the portal is open for creativity. The portal is open for you to expand your thoughts, your visions. Now your visions are going to come clearer. Now you're going to see them clearer. You're going to see things different than the way you've seen them before.
And you know what? I got something for the young bull, right? I'm impressed. I just handed his mother the indie artist magazine.
Oh shoot!
Right?
I get a chance to be in that magazine. I think I'm going to be in it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
You know what?
Okay.
What we're going to do is look at that magazine, take a look through it, and I think he should have an interview in that magazine,
Oh, wow.
And that right there, that magazine is broadcast online, and it's a hard copy that goes out, and it's around the world. You know what I mean? So if you look through the magazine, you'll see all different types of people.
Sponsorship by Ciroc, and I just got the dip on that too.
In fact, we just got Gynesis Radio just got in that magazine.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Round of applause for that.
Pushing the magazine, and we're gonna get you in that magazine. Yeah, JoJo's in that magazine. Yeah, if you look at that magazine, you're gonna see a lot of people you know in there.
I first saw JoJo when I heard the song. What was the song from his Under the Sun that was with PG Morton?
That is a song. I'm leaving.
Just Say So.
No, Just Say So.
Yeah,
no.
Say So.
Say So.
That's
Yeah,
what I
Say
heard.
So.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna get into swag. We're gonna get into that real quick, and then we're gonna come back in a couple of seconds with Miss Ava Groves. We're gonna chop it up with her a little bit more. We're gonna chop it up a little bit more with Javier. And we'll be back in a couple of seconds, man. It's Thursday night. It's UTSL the network. It's 7:30. You see the clock goes off right at 7:30. Let me know. I got 30 minutes left to be on the broadcast. We're gonna get into that new single. We call this joint Swag. This is a world premiere from DJ Strategy, UTSL the network. Let's get into it.
Let it go. Y'all got all this stuff together. Ready? I'm gonna put the voucher in for you on the club. Y'all hit the contact. That actually comes out every other month. You can mix the people. Good for the resume.
Know what it is? Yeah, Javi in the building. Gotta flex a little bit. Show 'em who I am. Yeah, show it. Like an MC, better recognize me when I cut a name face. You know how I be. Millionaire, but yeah, you know how I rock. No respect, no drama. Haters, excuse me. Only 15, but my rap skill mean. I'm a lean king for the machine. You know what I mean? No, I ain't talking about the outlaw stocky. Please don't play with me. I don't need another body. I got that Brooklyn swag. You know I rep that. You know we delicate, but I call it a snap back. The ladies checking me out. You know I like that. These haters challenging me, so I gotta fight back. Let's get out now, even with underwear.